Well, hello, gorgeous, and welcome to another edition of the Weekly FreQ. I am your host, Tara Kindon, and this week is going to be starting off with a bang. I'm very excited to dive into the chart this week. We have a brand new moon on the 2nd, and we're in March. We're going to be in March very soon, and it is going to be a beautiful month ahead, but it's starting off very powerfully. So, how we look at the charts, I want to just let you know we're looking at your human design chart and we're looking at the astrological chart, and these are the transit charts, okay? So it's what's transiting through the sky during the week ahead. Now, your natal chart is always the decider. It is always the number one resource you go to first. But the transits help to give us more expression in our own charts. It gives us different experiences with energy and definition and helps you, learn more about yourself and experience some energy in different ways that you normally don't have consistent access to. So the language that I use with human design is the Quantum Human Design by the beautiful Karen Curry Parker. And I'm sharing my charts with you from the screen, which we're going to head into right now. So thanks again for being here, and let's get started. So hello and welcome. Now, before we dive in, I just want to give you a reminder of this being the energy of February 28th through to March the 5th. But the two charts I'm going to show you are specific to that new moon snapshot. So it's from March the 2nd, when the new moon is initiating here, and giving you a little bit of the snapshot picture to kind of see what we're heading into or towards, so you can really powerfully navigate this energy. And then it's going to be with us through to the 5th. A couple of things are going to change on the 3rd, but this is the main vibe for the week. So I'm going to start with the astrological chart and the snapshot of that beautiful new moon for you. So here we have it, and it's based in my time zone, which is Newfoundland Standard Time. I put it at where I am. You can see we have like 3 separate stelliums of planets, which is when there's 3 or more planets in one sign. And in Capricorn, there is a lot of energy. Again, earthy, grounded, rooted. We have Vesta, Venus, Mars, and Pluto all here. Now, Venus and Vesta are both at 26 degrees. Mars and Pluto are at 27, but this is all considered a conjunction because they're working together, and they're creating a beautiful trine to the north node, which is always where we're headed, where we're going. And then there's also a sextile happening to the south node. So what does this mean? It just means that in Scorpio, there's this element of needing to clean some things up, to clear some things up. There's things rising, bubbling to the top that may have to do with your home fire, your internal masculine and feminine energies. It may have to do with a transformation needing to take place for you, with Pluto there, the god of the underworld, asking you to really look at some things that may be coming up now for you emotionally or energetically around relationships or around an experience or something that's going on, to really dig deep and clear it out so that you can move forward to create something new. In Taurus, right? Taurus is about us being able to create something beautiful and lovely. It's ruled by Venus and is very comfortable in Taurus. So, when that north node is there, it's asking us to really pay attention to, where do we want to go? What do we want to create? What do we need to transform within this space and this energy? And then we move into Aquarius, which is air. We have Mercury here and Saturn here. So they're cooking up some new juicy plans. They are really working together here to bring forth an idea, a communication, something going on, which we'll talk about more when we look at the human design chart, because their exact conjunction happens tomorrow, which would be the 3rd of March. Then we go to Pisces, and we see we have the sun here and the moon here and Jupiter, and Neptune is off a little bit, but you see like these guys are pretty tight. And this connection in Pisces, Pisces is water, it's emotions, it's intuitive, it's sensitive, it's tender-hearted. You may be more receptive, more sensitive, and because it's connected to Jupiter right now, it may be really expanded. So you may be feeling all the feels, and you're going to need to figure out a way to honor that. Taking a bath, allowing yourself to be in the flow of it, move the emotions through, maybe with some qigong or some energy movement, whatever will help you move those emotions. And remember, emotions are energy in motion. So for some of you, it may feel better to go sweat it out, however you need to do that, in a sauna, in a makeout session, in a workout, whatever. But it's connecting and trining down to this Hygeia. Hygeia, if you remember me talking about her before, I love her. She actually came to me in a dream, and she is the preventative health, the goddess of preventative health. She's wanting us to really take amazing care of ourselves, to look at where have we not been taking care of our emotional body, our physical body, spiritual body, energetic body, and our mental mind, to go deeper into taking care of those pieces of ourselves. She also is connected to immunizations, vaccines, and like I said, preventative health. So whatever that looks like, and maybe there's an element of needing to learn more about some preventative health options for yourself or for someone you're caring for or loving on that needs that help. Okay. Those are the main things I'm going to talk about here, but now I want to move into showing you the HD chart. So again, this is the snapshot of the new moon, and you'll see that there is a lot of energy up in the head. There's a lot of energy everywhere, but the G center, which is in the center here, and the spleen center are wide open, very receptive, not a gate coming off of them. Even the will center, this is our self-worth, our value, it's only got integrity running off of it. So these are very sensitive points for this new moon. You may feel very tuned in to your senses. You may feel a lot of fear because that spleen is connected to fear. So if you're feeling that, if you're sensing that, find ways to help yourself by, diving into a project that feels creative for you. Like I said, taking a bath, doing whatever you need to do to take care of that emotional part of yourself, using oils, whatever you need to do to help yourself. And then that G center, that heart-based energy, it's craving direction. It's craving a path. It may feel like, oh my goodness, I don't know where we're going or what we're doing. That may be the feeling you get this week. And it's okay. This too shall pass. Be in the flow of it. Let it be with you. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Things are going to keep moving forward. Everything will continue to planetarily move and things will shift. So just maybe if you need to use that mantra like this too shall pass, please use that one for this week. So now let's look through to see where these planets are actually showing up and what gates they're really going to light up for you. We're going to start at the sun, which is where you're meant to shine in the world. Where are you going to shine this week? Well, it starts off in peace. Remember, we're starting from the 28th of February and moving through to the 5th. So we're starting out in the gate of peace. What do you need to feel peaceful, at peace, internally, no matter what's going on externally, okay? Then on the 2nd, this new moon, it moves into curiosity, okay? So you already see it here because it's the new moon up here in the head center. Be curious about all the things, whatever it is you want to create. Remember, the sun, the moon, and Jupiter will all be up in that one gate, okay? So you're going to have a lot of energy floating up in the head center, connecting you through to the ajna. You're going to really maybe get some visualizations or some things that gift you with insights, right? But you must stay out of trying to figure it out. Be in possibility, be in potentiality, be curious. Then we're going to go to the earth. The earth starts out in gate 40, which is the gate of restoration, and then moves into Gate 64, which is divine transference, of course, up in the head center. So there is, again, a lot of energy going on here. And that divine transference is like a beautiful idea, beautiful inspirations are just like plopped in. You have no idea where they came from, but they're just there asking you to play with that potential. Then we go down to Mercury, who is down here in the gate 49. Gate 49 is the gate of the catalyst, okay? And it's connected to gate 19. This creates a channel. And this gate 19, which is attunement, is interesting because the catalyst, which is right here where Mercury is, on the 3rd, Saturn will move in here with Mercury. But what's interesting is that Saturn unconsciously, when we look at the design to the personality, like the red side to the black side, it's like this is what was unconscious, or this is what runs on autopilot. But I like to think of it as well as like this is where you've been and how you're moving forward. So this is where we've been, and this is where we're moving forward to as well. And if that's the case, Saturn is here, moving us through to catalyze something new. I'm going to come back to this, but just so you know, that's where the energy is going to be moving down to. Okay. Again, Mercury starts out the week in gate 13. Gate 13 is running off that G center, asking us, what is the story you're telling about yourself to the world? And what is the story you're telling yourself to yourself about who you are, what you've been, where you're going? So pay attention to the story you're telling, because there's something that will change, shift, move into catalyzing whatever that story is. So being very conscious of the words you speak. And as that happens, of course, I'm getting a bubble up in the throat. Now let's move on to Venus, beautiful goddess of love, and Mars, because they're riding together, right? They're in the Corvette heading down the highway together. They are loving up on each other, and they have been in gate 61. So they'll start the week off in gate 61 together, riding here, and then they're going to drop down on this new moon into conservation down here in the root. So you may feel on the 2nd like this energy of all the buzzing action that was going on up here is just like, boom, it's dropping down into the root, because there will be in that gate 60, Vesta, Pluto, Mars, Venus. It's going to be very busy down there. And well, it's asking us, because we're getting all this possibilities and potentials percolating up here. And when it drops down, it's like, now let's, really focus on seeding this idea and allowing it to germinate, allowing it to do what it needs to do. But while that's happening, you are not meant to sit idle. There is an opportunity for you to hone in and love your Saturn and say, okay, Saturn, what's the work I need to be doing here? Maybe it's taking a course. Maybe it's getting a reading. Maybe it's going for a healing, a massage, or whatever. Whatever is going to help you to be in the vibes to start this catalyzation that's going to happen on the 3rd. Okay. Now remember, on the new moon as well, you're going to have that moon, sun, and Jupiter all up here in that gate 63, okay? And that conjunction happens here the following day of Mercury and Saturn in gate 49. And now Chiron, which is the wounded healer, will be up here in 24 in the gate of blessings, allowing us, reminding us to feel like we are living a blessed life, even though it may not feel that blessed in the moment. And Neptune is encouraging us to be in surrender. Release the need to know the how, release the need to know where you're going, release all the things, and just be in flow. Easily said, not so easily done, but that's the goal. So that's a lot going on. And if we look quick to the nodes, because if you remember, I said that the the stellium in the Capricorn planets, so Vesta, Venus, Mars, and Pluto, will be making a trine to the North Node. Well, that trine is fulfillment, bringing that thing, fulfilling your role in the bigger cosmic plan. What is that role for you? And what do you want to fulfill? What do you want to create? You can transform your life in 1 second, in 1 moment. You make a choice that changes the whole direction of where you're headed. So this is a new moon to make a choice. I really feel like it's encouraging us to move, from that creating piece into fulfilling it, the destiny off of your, the throat, communicating that sense of fulfillment. So that's where we're at. I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to come back to you and say, I hope you have a fabulous new moon in Pisces. I also want to invite you and encourage you to take advantage of this beautiful new offer I've put together. It is a Venus activation reading, a 75-minute reading with me. And you're going to get access to my new Venus portal, which is a membership group that I've created. It's going to give you a Venus activation monthly and a question and answer so you can integrate that. But you're also going to get access to a Telegram group for 30 days. Okay. The membership runs 30 days. You can cancel it at any time. But you're going to get a free month of my membership with the purchase of this reading. It's a group deal. It's a fabulous offer. And it will really help to land some of the things we're talking about, specifically as it relates to Venus, okay? And that Telegram group is going to be where I'm giving you Venus updates as she transits throughout the week, and if it's every day, it's going to be every day. So whenever she's starting to make some moves, you're going to be hearing about it from me and engaging with this powerful, wonderful group of women. And it'll just be such a lovely place to plug in to reach that fulfillment place for yourself, to ignite your heart center and your fire, to move forward, whatever it is you want to move forward into the world, whether it's, creating something new in your home, in your own health routine, in your work, in your enterprise, in your business, in a relationship, like whatever you deeply desire for your Venus, for yourself, for your worth. It's going to help you move that needle forward and get support after your reading. So your reading is there to really initiate you. Remember, I'm a manifestor. I'm here to initiate you, give you things to respond to, invitations, and really help you to get the ball rolling for yourself and to feel worthy enough of going after it. So I want to just lay that here for you because it is a really beautiful offer and deal. And it's all listed below in the show notes. And I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your beautiful self with me. I appreciate you. I'm just so grateful you're here. And thank you again for showing up for another week of the Weekly Freak. Take care, and I'll see you again next week. Same time, same place. Bye, everyone.